All right. Welcome, everybody, to session number 3 of Ravenloft Misfits. We are here to play Curse of Strahd, and I am Jonny. I am the DM for this campaign, and if you would like to see a full list of all the cast names and their socials and pronouns, go ahead and type !cast in the chat at any point during this session. It'll pop up here. There it is. All right, and this is Ravenloft Misfits. We will be streaming every Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific time, excluding the last Monday of each month, which will be reserved for our one-shots of the month, and where we just basically take a one-shot from the community and we play it, just to highlight it. So please make sure to follow us, subscribe to the channel if you're so kind, and participate in the chat. We would love to build a community here around D&D, and if you stick around, you can also gain experience points here, where you can use this XP for inspiration dice and even force myself to reroll. Each player can only have 1 inspiration dice at a time. However, these can be upgraded, meaning that D4s can be upgraded to D6s, and D6s can be exchanged for a advantage roll, basically. And if you're ever unsure of who has it at the very beginning of the session, you can always do that. So, yeah, let's get to our sponsors, right?
Yeah, so for our, all of our luck, we got sponsored by Roll20, and so we just want to thank them for sponsoring our show. And if you're watching the stream and you want a way to get together with friends online to play D&D or some other tabletop game, hint, hint, there's some things coming down the railway for us on Roll20. But yeah, Roll20 is a great way to play remotely with friends, or even in person if you have like a TV table or some way to project the display. But yeah, go ahead and check out Roll20, and you can do that by typing the !Roll20 into the chat, and you can get a direct link to their awesome stuff.
Anyways.
It's also free.
So
that's another big thing. It's free.
It is free.
You can get upgraded memberships with new features and stuff like that, but for the everyday player, it's free, which is the big thing.
Yeah, we highly recommend the Pro though, because not only do you get to upload your own audio if you have your own music, and you can upload your own maps that you make and all of that stuff. You also get to make these cool things where it's called API scripts, where you can basically code Roll20 to do really cool things like we have long rests and short rests that you can actually utilize now. But anyways, we'll get into that later.
That's a brand new thing that we just introduced for this stream. So
yeah, but anyways, our next sponsor, next person that we want to thank for allowing us to use their awesome app is Syrinscape. It is the music that you hear currently, and it is filled with epic sounds and music that are perfect for a Curse of Strahd campaign. If you're interested, please check them out by typing music and or Syrinscape in the chat, and it'll give you a link to the playlist that we use, and yeah, then you can get started on your own campaign.
Yeah, and then we also want to shout out Skull Splitter Dice. We're affiliates with them, and they are a pretty great and awesome TTRPG store. So if you want to support our show, you can use our affiliate link by typing !dice or !Skull Splitter Dice into the chat. And yeah, they also have mystery bags of dice. But yeah, just check out the link if you're interested.
And we are also affiliated with Phineas Coffee for Gamers, which I always make sure to have for each stream. If you want to look into, the Coffee for Gamers, go ahead and check out our link that we'll be posting in the chat here really soon. !Coffee if you would like to find that link. And when you follow it, go ahead and use Talking XP all together in the coupon code area so that you can get 10% off your order.
Yeah. And then lastly, but not least, if you are a part of an organization or company that would like to be involved with Talking XP, you can definitely contact us through our email, talkingxp@gmail.com. But yeah, we'd love to hear from you, and we're definitely open up to any and all partnerships. So if you think you're a good fit, let us know, and we will start that conversation up.
Yeah, we are looking forward to speaking with you all. So, with that being said, let's do a quick recap of the last 2 sessions, I guess. you guys entered Barovia. You found a tall manor where children stated that their parents were taken to the basement. After investigating a few of the floors, you weren't able to find any stairway to the basement. You finished a short rest up on the 3rd level and spoke with the nursemaid who was in specter form. She spoke of the cruelties that the woman of the house, Elizabeth, put her through. You found the locked room of the abandoned children, which you had seen outside of the Durst Manor before. However, these were no doubt the real children, and you had been duped before. You allowed their ghosts to enter your bodies. Grimm, you took Thorn. Estella, I believe you took Rose. And
no, flip that.
Yep.
Flip-flop?
Yeah.
Flip-flop.
I had the scaredy boy. He had the aggressive big sis.
Right. So, after that, you descended the stairs into the dark basement of the Durst Manor. You found that Elizabeth's body was not in her coffin. You fought insects that had made their home in this coffin. You fought undead ghouls that burst from the ground, almost killing Blaire. But thankfully, you guys were able to escape death. You found a statue of a powerful-looking man holding an orb of darkness and his right hand on the head of a wolf. You found a dog with 2 heads in a bedroom, but you let it be. And then you finally followed the chanting down a set of stairs into the lower levels of this dungeon. And that is where we are picking up. So, with that being said, let us change the music here.
So excited. So scared.
So,
I'm like anxious.
as you descend the stairs, the ghostly chants emanate from this room, just past a large portcullis. Here, you can discern a dozen or so voices saying over and over, "He is the ancient. He is the land." In this small hall, you can see several alcoves with small items within. What do you all do?
I can't see anything that would be chanting, right? Like I don't see any creatures or anything in here.
Go ahead and do a perception check.
Okay. I love that.
I'll help if it's
Where'd
allowed.
it go?
Sure.
Oh, sure. Do I have? You want?
Go ahead and do another
There we
one.
go. Yeah.
Natural
Yay!
So as you peek down the stairs looking at any source of this chanting, you find that the chanting most definitely is coming from the second entrance to your right, the bottom of the map. That
one?
seems to lead to that portcullis.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna take a few steps out here, kind of lead everybody into the room, so we can take a
Okay.
look at it proper.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Following stealthily.
I will follow Blaire in there as well.
All right. As you make your way into this room, you find, once again, a bunch of different alcoves with different items within them. You find another corridor that goes just out of sight, and once again, the portcullis corridor that seems to slope down into a low pool of water.
Sorry, and the portcullis is down right now?
The portcullis is down currently,
Okay,
yes.
that's the problem.
What are the items?
Yeah, can we take a look at these items? See what
And
they are.
I want to do something too as we look at all these items. I want to pop another Eyes of the Grave to see, as I do a quick glance around, if any of them look like an artifact that we found upstairs that had that necrotic thing going on.
Sure. None of these items seem to be similar to that necrotic orb that you had found in the hand of that statue.
Sure.
Quick question. I don't think so, is it? Has it been 10 minutes since we saw the necrotic orb?
No. It's been pretty close to about I would say like 5 to 7 minutes, I would say. Because you guys kind of went into that room, saw the dog, kind of chatted a little bit, and then decided to finally go down the stairs. So probably around 7 minutes. That
means I still have Detect Magic up.
Sure.
Because I didn't use any concentration spells last time.
Yeah.
So I'm going to look at the items and see if there's any magical ones.
All of them have a slight magical essence on it. Go ahead and do an Arcana check.
Arcana?
Yeah. Oof. As far as you can tell, these items might have had a bunch of magical energy within them at one point, but currently they are so little that it's almost like negligent. However, you do see quite a few different items in these alcoves. You find a vial of coagulated blood. You find a lock of auburn hair woven into a figure 8. You find a hag's severed finger, a sun symbol made of woven wicker, a patch of dried human skin. You find a vial of murky swamp water, the severed talon of a raven, a black twig with blood-red thorns, a dragon's tooth wrapped in silver wire, the tattered remains of a large bird feather, a shard of amber, a dried bouquet of wolfsbane, and the desiccated ear of an elf.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. That is the extent of the items that you find in the alcoves.
Yeah.
And those items are the ones with the magic aura that is faint?
Correct, yeah. Each of them have a faint aura. Like, very faint.
I'm assuming that's necromantic. Right? Because of
there's not enough to really know bits and pieces. Some of it is like conjuration, some of it is necromancy, and it's kind of like muddled, so it's not easy to know which one is which, but you do get a overall sense of necromancy and conjuration.
Let's see.
Sorry, I missed one item. What was between the blood red thorns and the dragon tooth?
Nothing was between them. So you got everything. Okay. Also, in our chat you have it. The whole list of everything.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So
do I have a bag actually? I don't actually know if I have a bag.
Oh, I'm sure you do. An explorer's pack is a bag.
Oh, I have a component pouch.
Close enough.
Can I use like some I don't know, something to kind of push? Oh, I do have a backpack. I'm just gonna very gently put these things in my bag.
Okay.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
I think it's better to not leave them hanging around with residue of magic of some sort.
I don't know if it's a good idea to be touching stuff down there.
Well, that's why I'm using
these altars.
That's why I'm moving them without touching them with my skin.
But you're
I'm
still
just gonna take a step
them.
away from Johans.
So, the chanting continues. He's the ancient. He is the land. You find 2 corridors that have yet to be explored. And you stand in this corridor with the alcoves. What would you like to do?
I will go over towards where the sound of the water is, the Portcullis, and kind of take a peek on the other side of it to see what I can see.
Yeah. As you come to this... Oh, whoops. Hold on. There we go. Let's just do this, shall we?
Ooh.
In this area, you find, first off, the Portcullis, 2 feet deep, murky water that covers the bottom of this tunnel, and it is blocked by this rusty iron portcullis. On the inside, you find a large chamber with a central dais. A large alcove on the other end of it is filled with debris. But yet, the actual source of this chanting is unseen. Seems to be almost like an omnipotent voice.
Can I see if there's anything on the dais from down here at all, or is it pretty up high?
You do see that there is some sort of an altar, but it's very dark in that area, and it is a little difficult to see.
All right. If Grimm's relaying this information, then Estella has a thing she can do.
As I kind of walk over further into the thing, I kind of just check the portcullis a little bit, just not like lifting very hard, but just seeing like how sturdy it is.
It's like wobbling a locked door to see if it's locked.
Right.
As you kind of lift it up, it is extremely heavy.
Right.
But you can get a little bit of a tug on it, and it seems like it is currently closed. And as you get closer, you do see a mechanism just to your left of a set of levers that seems to be the opening mechanism. But it is currently locked.
I walk back in here. Well, I can kind of see in the room a little bit. Looks like there's a lot of water in there for sure, and it's all surrounding like this weird pedestal that kind of gets tiered up. And there's some kind of altar. Doesn't look great if you ask me, but
No, nothing about this place has been great.
This portcullis here, I think it is possible if we really wanted to lift it to do so. And when the portcullis, I'm imagining, is all crisscrossed, right? It's not like a normal iron gate, so it's
Right.
So there's no way any of us could fit through there in theory.
It's like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it looks like there are some controls on the other side to raise it as well. I'm not sure if anybody has any ideas about that, but
Well, sounds like this keep going to my expertise. Let me take a gander. And Estella will come back around towards the door. She's got dark vision for 120 feet, so that might illuminate an extra few things.
Sure. As you come to the edge of this portcullis, you very clearly are able to see, thanks to your dark vision, the smooth masonry walls, and you can see stone pillars supporting the ceiling, and you are able to see the dark alcove that's on the other end of this room that's filled with refuse. You can see that it is completely filled with murky water, and again, the center, there is a dais that is tiered up to where you find a altar that is stained with blood. You see just above it chains with shackles at the end that most likely, when used, hold the victim just above the altar, suspended in the air.
Yeah. All right.
do you see something?
I would know what this is without a religion check. I've seen some shit.
You've seen a lot of shit ever since you entered this house.
All right. Looking back over at the door controls, it's only on the other side that
It's on the other
levers
side.
are. All right. She'll look back to the crew. Unless anybody has some objections, I think there's a way we can force our way in. And she holds up her mace like she's about ready to smash the thing.
Hey, I mean, before we do that,
Perhaps we should check the other hallway, see our other options.
With enough time, I can get us in.
How?
Could
Yeah, how?
Jeff get us
Jeff,
in?
Perhaps if these dissonant voices can't dispel another spirit.
Is
Jeff
Jeff-
is not a spirit.
is Jeff still here?
No. That's why I said I needed a little bit of time.
I don't
I feel like we don't want to spend much
Yeah.
more time than we already are.
agree.
I don't think it would be wise to break down the gate with a bunch of people singing in the other room either.
I don't think
All
that would
right.
be a good idea
We
either.
still have one more room. Maybe there's a button.
Let's go check the other room.
I'll
Would you
follow.
like to lead the way,
All right,
Blaire?
5 minutes, because that place is for some really dark magic. We don't want whatever the heck these voices are chanting for. We don't want them to summon something. So
I mean, I agree, but I don't think breaking down things, and unless we have to, should be what we do right now.
Well, Johans might have just stole all their components. We don't know.
I didn't steal them. I took them for later investigation.
You borrowed them.
As you begin to make your way
Without
down this
intent of
hallway,
return.
you find that these chambers are definitely a set of prison cells. You find shackles that are placed on each end of each corridor with no bodies within them, except for at the very end of this corridor, you see a skeleton in a dark, tattered robe that is currently shackled to the wall.
In which one? Sorry?
Very, very base of this corridor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let Katya take the way, and then I'm just gonna gently grab the back of their cape, but like pretend that I'm not.
Sure.
I'll respectfully ignore it and make my way down.
I'll watch the rear.
I'm actually gonna shoot the skeleton with my crossbow
Okay.
from way over here, if that's
Go
cool.
ahead and do an attack roll.
Yeah. Why did I... Oh, I see what happened. Okay. I got too many character sheets up here, sorry. There we go.
18. Definitely hits.
I'm just gonna
As you
plink
hit
it in
it-
the skull to make sure it's actually dead.
As you hit it, it's like the bones were being held up by some sort of magic, and all of them clatter to the ground. You killed the skeleton. The inanimate skeleton, I would like to say.
Well, I certainly feel a lot safer. And then I'll walk up and investigate the
Cool.
body.
As you start...
Oh,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I walk in here as well, and I walk over to some of the chains in one of these chambers here,
Sure.
and I kind of just crouch down and pick one up. It's like, what kind of sick shit did this family get into? That's it.
As you take a look at the skeleton just at the end of this hallway, you find there's not much left of it. You do find a gold ring on one of its bony fingers, but other than that,
Okay. I'll slip that off and take a look at it. Is there any like signet or like black speech or anything in it?
there is not. It seems to just be a regular gold ring.
Okay.
Seems to be a remnant of whoever this person was.
Mhm.
Just left on there.
All right. I'll pocket that for now.
Did I see the ring?
I'll kind of hold it up and be like,
Yeah.
this is weird, but just
Did
kind
I
of hold
see-
it up like this is all it is.
Did I detect magic on it? Like this? Was it able to?
You did not.
I did not.
Yeah. And I would say that about this time,
It goes away.
it's ending. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Well, that's one less skeleton to worry about, but we're no closer to getting through that gate.
Are there any buttons? And I want to kind of look in the two things next to me.
Sure.
I'll
Taking
help.
a look into these two places, it doesn't seem like there's any buttons, only shackles.
Well, breaking in it is.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, before we do that, maybe we should just try lifting it. Maybe if some of our strongest, Blaire, you're pretty tough. Estella, want to maybe give it a try to lift it?
Go ahead and do Katya or Blaire a perception check.
Go ahead, Blaire. Can I help?
Sure. Yeah, that's what I figured
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
doing. So advantage.
Cool.
A 20. Very good. So you take a look at these ones and whatever. You continue down the hallway as everybody starts to say that, hey, we're going to try and do the portcullis. And as you make it to there, specifically at the very center of this corridor, you look over and you see a slight outline of a secret door that leads into that
Hell
into
yeah.
that room right here.
Fantastic work.
Guys, Johans, get the others. I'm like,
Luna, get the others.
What's going on? I thought there was nothing in this
What's
room.
that looted? Little Tibby's down the well?
I found a door.
So, as you open up this door into this chamber, the chanting stops as you peer into this 40-foot square room. Again, you see the smooth masonry walls providing excellent acoustics for the bouncing of the water sounds. You see the stone pillars, you see the alcove, the large dais at the center, the stained blood red altar. What do you do?
We will walk inside.
Right.
I'll follow and kind of come up next to them.
I'll
Sure.
stay behind the two brave people.
Sure.
Sorry if you mentioned this. How deep does the water look?
It's extremely murky, so it's really hard to tell from here.
I want to stick
Go ahead
my
and do a
halberd in and check.
Okay, yeah, that works. As you do, 2 feet. Not
Okay.
bad. Yeah.
All right.
Albert would be able to
No.
easily tell you.
Someone
Not
might
bad.
need
Oh, right, we have a halfling in the party. Yeah, it's pretty bad. You're gonna have to, like, full Michael Phelps swim.
It's all right. It's all right.
I could
I'll be like
piggyback
this.
him.
Halflings are important, too. That's my bad.
In this room, looking up, how high does this room go now that we can kind of see in here?
About 10 feet up, and then there is also, just above the dais, a little, a higher part, like a circular, what's the word? Balcony of sorts.
Sure.
Like, yeah, just above that, which comes up to about 15 feet high.
Is there anything on the
Divine
balcony?
Not currently, no. And by balcony, I mean like a, literally like,
Like a ledge, kind of
it's,
almost?
it's like a ledge. It's not really like a balcony that goes to like a higher level. It's just
So-
like a ledge, like an L
Right.
that goes all the way around.
Ping and divine sense.
Okay. As you do, you shiver with evil. However, there are no undead other than what had been previously stated about the party members. There are no undead, there are no fiends in this area.
All right, something doesn't smell right.
So
I'm gonna walk over to kind of where Estella is. I'm gonna kind of come over to this little device and trying to start raising it if I can. Just in
Yeah,
case we
without
need a
problem.
quick way out.
I'll just step into the room with everyone because I don't like being outside on my own.
Okay.
I'm gonna start.
Yeah, I'm gonna step into the water and walk up to the.
Both Katya and Blaire look to each other and begin making their way towards the dais.
I should also turn to Johans and like offer my bag to carry him. Not that I'm that much taller, but
Yeah, you're actually.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm
How long
good,
did-
thanks.
How long does it take to raise this?
Not too long.
Cool. I'm gonna.
Yeah,
as soon
it's
as I'm
maybe
done,
like a minute.
Okay.
Okay.
If nothing happens during that time, I'm gonna make my way back up to the other ledge.
Cool.
I'm going to lean against this wall right here, and I want to send Luna to circle around above us and keep an eye on the water in case
Got it.
there's any movement.
Go
so
ahead
I
and do a
can preempt it.
perception check with Luna.
All right, Luna. She has advantage on perception checks, if I'm not mistaken. Because
I think so, yeah. Keen senses, you're right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So 2d20. Natural 20.
That's a natural 20. Right on.
Woo!
All right, so
Yeah,
Luna is
bird.
keeping an owl eye instead of an eagle eye. But
Nice.
she is flying around and making sure that she's looking at any point.
She's
The
doing
murky
this to the water, but
Yeah.
with feathers.
Yeah. While flying, it's a feat to see. Like she's
Yeah.
just like able to, and then catch back
Keep
up.
slapping.
She was
All
trained
right.
well.
That's great.
So, Katya and Blaire, you begin to ascend the stairs of the dais. And just then, the chanting rises once more
Uh-oh.
as the ledge just above you 13 dark apparitions appear. One resembles the black-robed figure holding... each one resembles a black-robed figure holding a torch, but the fire is black and seems to be drawing the light into it. Where you would expect to see faces are only voids. And they chant, "One must die," over and over. One must die. One must die.
Not today, sunshine. And she's got her mace up with her shield ready to hit anything that flies at her.
Yeah, I kind of like look at all of this and take it in a little bit, and I'm taking really like cautious steps over toward the dais, and I want to take a closer look at that and just hope and like watch for any sudden movements or anything about to happen.
They do not move.
Okay, cool. Anything like, now that we're closer to the dais, anything weird or particular about it?
Nothing new. You do see that, I mean, there are different depictions of like undead creatures clawing at a hanging person, and, you know, just other depictions of just death surrounding this altar.
Okay.
Along with the blood that had been spewed all over this altar.
Right.
I'll go ahead and pop my last Eyes of the Grave, just staring at these things, just to see if what I'm seeing is actually maybe there or maybe not.
There are no pings.
Got an interesting observation over here.
What's that?
They're ghosts.
If I'm understanding my my powers for how they've worked so far, when I'm using my eyes like this, I can see whether something is, for lack of better words, dead, which is interesting, Katya. You and Blaire are both showing up dead to me.
Not Blaire.
Listen,
Not Blaire?
we should
Not Blaire.
let's just focus on what we're doing, okay?
That's not that's another thing.
point.
But maybe it's not working as well as I thought, because these guys up here aren't pinging any kind of undead kind of vibe.
Maybe
Essentially.
they're
So
illusions.
illusions, you say?
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, that's strangely comforting.
I mean, unless it's my powers don't work the way I think I do, because like I said, you're showing up dead to me, and I don't understand that.
Well, yes, that's pretty weird.
And
I
I
don't
look at my
understand
hands
that
like,
at all.
well, I'm showing that way too, which it makes sense, but
I'm sorry, it
You've
makes
got
sense.
a lot to learn. We'll test some things out. We'll worry about that later. But in the meantime, you say these things are not
Is there...
dead.
Sorry, continue.
they don't appear to be there. I mean,
You should shoot one. And I looking at Katya.
Estella, you had something you wanted to say?
Based on the surroundings, based on what Grimm just said, could I roll religion or arcana to see if I recall any kind of lore that would help in understanding what the heck these spirits are?
I was gonna ask a similar question.
Okay. Go ahead. Since you guys are kind of close to each other anyways, you guys start to look at everything and you get like a look like, oh yeah, we're trying to piece this together. You come together to try and figure this out. Go ahead and roll an arcana check or arcana check with advantage, one of you.
I'll give her
Or
advantage.
okay, cool.
Yeah, sorry, I clicked too fast.
You're good. 10.
Wow! Double
10 on
Brutal.
both.
It's meant to be.
Double 10.
Oh, shoot. It's on the tip of my freaking tongue.
You've never heard of... I mean, you know that there's ghosts. You've seen one. It's weird that these don't come up as undead. But as for their actual nature, you're not entirely sure.
I don't know. I look over at Blaire like, I don't know that antagonizing them is a good idea, but I'll try something else. And I'm gonna pull out a knife and like cut my palm and kind of like let the blood drip on the altar.
Okay. As you do that,
Estella's like freaking out in the background.
No, I'm not there.
the chants continue.
That's a bad idea.
Nothing's
Well, we've got to do something. They don't
Yeah,
seem
they
to
want
like
a
this.
life. They want another spirit to absorb. Are you not hearing the chanting?
No, I
So are
get
you-
that part.
You're saying that this ledge starts at 10 feet up in the air, Jonny?
No, the ledge starts about, over the water, maybe like another 2 feet. So it's maybe like maybe another foot over.
I'm talking about above.
Oh, the ledge. Yeah.
Yeah.
About 10 feet above, yeah.
Let's see.
But if we just politely tell them no.
I'm going to try, while everyone's trying their own thing, I'm going to try to speak into the minds of one of these people.
You reach out, and it doesn't seem like they're living creatures with intelligible thoughts, making it impossible to communicate with them. Through your telepathy, at least.
Interesting.
What's
Can't speak it. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask what's going on over there? You're muttering to yourself.
Yeah, these, as far as I'm aware, these individuals don't think, or at least not in a language that I can understand. I don't know if they're even. I don't know what they are.
Well, were you trying to speak to them like you did to me earlier in my head? Is that what?
Yes. I've never had this problem before. I've always, as soon as I understand what they're saying, I should be able to.
Have you ever
speak.
tried talking to somebody that's been dead?
That's not generally the kind of people that I interact with.
But if they're dead, then you would have sensed it. Like you said.
Does that mean that they are illusions?
Well, they are speaking common or chanting. I should be able to speak to them, but it's not working.
Well, as Johans reaches that conclusion, Estella's gonna kind of catty corner around behind him and try to just look at the walls for like runes, religious iconography,
Sure.
the bones, just any like scanning for clues.
Go ahead and do a perception check.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Oh,
Try to
for
make
the
it
love of
Natural.
As I said before, all of these walls are completely smooth,
blank. Yeah.
and you do not find any other sort of extra room, especially with the natural one. But you do find the alcove here is filled with just, as you get closer, they are bodies.
Yeah, big old heap of corpses.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna swim over to the center little pedestal area. How high is this dais off the ground?
The dais itself, the platform.
Okay, that's what. Okay,
Yeah, the platform is about a foot up.
right, and then
The altar is about another maybe 2.5 feet up.
cool. So if I stand on top of that, how high is the ledge?
It'd be about like 7 feet
'Kay.
above you, if my math is right.
If I'm about 6 foot, I could probably jump up and probably reach it, right?
You could try.
Would you like a boost?
Wait, hold on. The guy,
I was
the
gonna
dudes
ask.
that are chanting are above on the little marker you mentioned.
They're the
Understood. I thought they were like in the middle section of the floor.
I don't
Let
know.
me just make sure that Okay, water's 2 feet. Chamber ceiling is 16 feet high. That's my bad.
So he won't be able to reach it?
Ledges and the central dais are 5 feet high, 3 feet higher than the surface, And then 11 feet above the dais is the ledges. That's my bad. So 11 feet above.
And then minus from on top of the thing I'm standing on.
Yes.
So, or 11 feet from where Katya and Blaire are standing.
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
Right.
And you would have an extra like 2.5 feet, so then it would be about like 9
So
feet.
that's definitely doable. Hey, Katya, you want to stand up here and try to see if you can boost me?
Yeah, I'll give him like the old hand boost, like
Sure.
foot in hand, and throw him up,
Okay.
It's not a good idea.
standing on the.
Go ahead and do an acrobatics check
Okay.
one of us?
first, and then an athletics check after.
Huh.
All
And then
right,
me do athletics or have Katya?
Katya.
Okay.
you got. Ooh,
Oh.
yikes!
Oof. As
What?
so you begin to lift Grimm up, and there's not a lot of like wiggle room for this. So you
I imagine I just
lift
like
him,
slip on the blood.
and one of your feet, just slip from underneath you, and you fall face forward or back. Grimm, you fall face forward, and then down the stairs
Okay.
into
I was
the
gonna
water.
try to catch one of them, but
Ah,
Yeah,
They're
I mean,
going
you could go ahead and do a dex save to see if you can catch Katya, because Katya fell back towards you. Yeah, no.
okay.
All right.
I'm gonna see that, and I'm just gonna say, Luna, touch one of the people up there. I'm just gonna say
Luna goes around, and they are not They are not physical form. It's like wisps as Luna goes through.
Okay, I'm gonna make her go back down and keep an eye again. Just,
Yeah.
I
So
don't think they are a problem for us. Not right now.
as that happens again, I'm gonna walk back on there. I'm gonna just like, okay, I'm gonna try doing this one again, but by myself, and then I'm gonna
good luck.
just leap, and then I'm gonna, if I need to, trigger maybe some knowledge of the past life, to trigger some kind of acrobatics or whatever you want me to roll.
This I would say athletics, since you're
Okay.
just trying to.
That's fine. And then I'm gonna add that
Okay.
knowledge of the past life, which is it's a D6.
All right.
Pretty much.
So, in terms of how powerful this vision is, it's not the most powerful. You get a glimpse of you running towards a cliffside and jumping over it, and then it goes completely black.
Nice.
But you remember how you were able to jump forward and and then you try and jump up using that, and I think that that's what really gets you kind of dazed from this jump, as your mind goes to that vision, and then you come to and you're falling. You weren't able to reach the ledge, unfortunately.
That's fine.
But with a 15 athletics, you're able to land back on without falling.
Okay.
At this point, Blaire just wants to kind of yell up at them, is like, "We've unanimously decided no one's dying." Nothing?
Doesn't seem to pay any mind to
Well,
that.
crap.
I'm gonna move over to the stairs, and I want to look at the pile of corpses.
Sure.
Just kind of look at it, see if I can investigate or look at it,
Sure.
cause without stepping into the deeper water, obviously. But like from afar, just
Yeah. Go ahead and do an investigation check.
yes, sirree. I can do that. Investigation. 16.
So your
Sorry.
investigation is limited since you are on the stairs and not like in the pile of refuse.
Can I
But-
have? Well, no, never mind. It's fine.
But what you can see from your position is bones just floating around, and skulls, femurs, rib cages. You see pieces of flesh that aren't even connected to anything, just flat pieces of skin and organs, and they're all rotted. It's disgusting, but nothing out of the ordinary other than the fact that there's a fucking mound of flesh in front of you.
I throw up.
Sure. Yeah, I mean that is
It's a free action.
Your throw up goes into the murky water and disappears underneath it.
I have no idea. Without spending more time here for me to cast more spells, I'm out. I don't have anything to do.
We could just leave.
Johans, what do you know
Or
about
we could-
illusion magic?
A little bit. Not a lot.
Do they need, like, a source? Is something causing an illusion, or can it kind
It's
of
a
exist on its own?
curse. It's got to be a curse. And usually if you find a mass unmarked grave, like that heap of whatever over here, like pointing to the mound of flesh, this needs to burn or be buried.
Well, then let's
I-
burn it.
Then burn it.
I have an idea. Because it seems that this platform here that has this sacrificial podium. Let's just destroy that. If we
Alright.
destroy that, maybe no more sacrifices can be had here. And then I think burning the bodies, I think, would be the next best idea. But
Is the
It's
altar?
more,
So you can go ahead.
it's more than a deus, Grimm. But go ahead, Blaire.
Oh, I was gonna ask if the altar was like built into it, if I could push it over.
The altar is built into the dais. Yeah, it's stone. Dais is stone.
Not
You
exactly easy to destroy.
Right.
Can somebody get me across? I would like to take a look at this altar.
A what?
Yep. I can. Like, you want to
Oh.
come into it?
Here,
Yes.
I'm
Yes, please.
taller. I
Okay.
can go
Water.
pick him up.
I'll get you across.
Okay.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll pick him up and
Cool.
Sure.
take him across.
Meet the wizard.
I want to look at the altar and like study it using my
Sure.
arcane knowledge.
Oh.
Well, they're
You
doing.
don't find anything else that everybody else is. I mean, pretty much this altar is exactly what I said. It has depictions of gross necromantic rituals, undead trying to feed on helpless victims. You see blood completely dried and crusted over this altar. And you see chains just above which the victims would be suspended just above it. Blaire, you have something?
This is an altar.
It is an altar.
Yeah.
Blaire wants to, at the longest distance she can, kind of poke at this mound with her halberd.
Good, nice squelch
Gross.
Oh.
happens as you.
So bad.
I tell everyone to kind of clear out of the way from the pedestal, and I kind of raise my hand out, kind of
Hi.
focusing some energy towards
Just stand there, I won't stop.
the pedestal here. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast it with.
Hey,
All right.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Best spell.
Please do an attack roll. Oof, a natural one.
We are rolling so many natural ones tonight.
Job.
You throw an Eldritch Blast, and again, a vision comes over you, and you see yourself falling from that cliff. And then you come to, and it goes wide.
Sorry,
My duck. I like. Ah!
sorry.
Yeah,
Are we
I
destroying
had
it?
like a weird vision. I don't know what that was.
What was that?
A misfire. It's all right. Yes, Johans, we need to destroy this mound of flesh. The best chance we have at disrupting whatever the hell these spirits are.
Oh, we're attacking the body? I thought we were attacking the sorry, I said it in an accent. That was me, Blaire. Are we? I thought he was attacking the.
I was.
He was attacking the altar.
Okay.
The altar.
my
I was
mistake.
trying
Yeah,
to destroy the altar.
Listen, if you have a plan for destroying this mound of bodies in the water, go for it. But this feels like an illusory trick to try to get us to kill each other. I don't know that we need
Or
to be
a
down
collection
here
of
any longer.
ghosts from those who had ritually died here, and they're trying to keep it going to serve some weird eldritch god. Who the hell knows? I just
he
want it
does.
to be
He says
over.
they're not dead. We know they're not physical. They could be illusions
yeah.
trying to get us to kill each other.
I can effectively confirm that whatever is up there is not, at least, if it is real, it is not on this physical realm.
Which could be a ghost, yes, but Grimm says they are not dead.
Putting the information that Grimm gave us and the information that I gleaned from both looking at them and touching them with Luna, they are most likely illusions. It is the correct assumption to do. I don't think they are the problem if there is a problem here. At least not the imminent problem.
All right.
I say we burn the pile and we just leave.
I-
That seems like to be the only thing we can do.
I swim back
Yes.
over to the thing and I point blank range, like blast it.
Right into the altar. Okay,
Yeah.
do another attack roll. Please, natural one. Please. Okay, so 9. You're still trying to learn how to use it, and you put your hand out, and it hits, but it's not as powerful as you would have hoped.
Yeah.
The last one was pretty powerful, but you missed the shot. This one is just, you're still trying to gauge how to, it's like when you're throwing something and you don't want to have it too short or too far, trying to figure out exactly how to do it.
I take one more step back. Do a happy medium. No, I'm kidding. Well,
I'm gonna sit down and start ritual casting detect magic.
Okay.
I have nothing else to do.
And I'll turn to Estella and say, if you have a plan for burning these bodies, then I would get to it.
All right. I was hoping we had another method, but
Just meta conversation. The only spell that I have is a cantrip, and it requires a creature target.
the only
So
thing I
I-
have
I-
fire-based is
talking about, like,
Searing
Firebolt?
Smite.
Ray of Frost.
Yeah, well, I'm just
Not
saying,
a ray
like,
of frost.
Yeah, like I couldn't do it. And even then, I'm not gonna burn corpses with a glass of ice.
Yeah.
Well,
So I'm just gonna
can we like physically
rituals.
start a fire?
well,
Oh,
they're
I have a
in the
tinder
water.
box.
Go ahead, Grimm.
I'm gonna, instead of trying to Eldritch Blast, I'm looking at my hands and I kind of just reach out to this podium again. I'm just gonna try to focus all of my necrotic energy into it. Just saying if maybe I can feed some necrotic juice into it that maybe would be generated from a body.
You put your hand out, closing your eyes, trying to reach out using your necrotic force, and you feel yourself almost getting sucked into it, and you have to pull back before you completely lose yourself.
I don't think I want to do that again.
No.
Are you
That felt
okay?
weird. It almost felt like it was draining my energy. Almost, it feels like as I touched it.
Focus on the light of your gifts. That is the pathway out. That is what's going to cleanse this place of the awful evil that I am still sensing in here. And I think that's in the solution. Elistre would not have sent me here if I was not needed. And she's focusing on her mace, trying to channel a divine searing smite to get fire energy flaring up.
Okay. As you do, it erupts in flames.
All right.
And not like the normal kind of flame. This is like purple flames that are erupting off of the mace and giving off a nice dim light around you.
Yep. And let's see, it is. Yeah, it's just a separate dice roll that I programmed. So yeah, she's gonna try to smite the flesh mound and
All right.
see what happens.
Let's see the mace attack. 11 is good enough to hit amount of bodies. You deal
I would hope
6
so.
bludgeoning damage, and then as you slam into it, the fire begins to erupt. Go ahead and do the fire damage from the Searing Smite.
Yeah. Oh, fudge! Come on.
So as you
Could be a
bring
great-
it down,
tonight.
unfortunately, as you bring it down on there, you feel the squelch of the bodies go underneath the mace. You feel broken bones cracking, and liquids of unknown nature lift up and then put that fire back out. These bodies have been soaking in water for so long that it is going to be extremely difficult to light them on fire.
All right.
So
She
Blaire's...
puts the mace away and ponders with her shield.
Here, Blaire. Go for it.
Blaire's had just enough of this chanting, and she wants to chuck a javelin at one of the shrouded figures.
Yeah, go ahead
She's
and do
getting
a javelin
angry.
attack.
Couldn't hoit.
16.
16.
Hey.
16 definitely hits, but as it does, it hits the wall of stone and breaks the point of the javelin. And it just clatters back down onto the dais.
I'll walk on to the closest edge to the refuse pile, and I kind of will focus my energy again, now kind of seeing what Estella was doing. And I will focus in a sacred flame and just continuous, like, burning of sacred radiant flame is what I'll try to do.
Hey!
You set those bodies in a radiant flame, but it still seems to struggle. Seems like the necromantic energy of this chamber is just oppressive. And as much as you tried to put the flames of radiant energy on these flesh bodies, it just peters out almost instantly.
Well, that was my idea.
I don't know that I can
It's still a
help.
good idea. At least you got it to catch for a moment. They're either lacking force or strategy.
Doesn't seem like
gotta be
normal
something
fire
where-
will help.
Well, there's got to be something we're overlooking.
Looking at these pillars, how intact do they all look?
They look very intact. Like, this is one of the best placed rooms, or well-crafted rooms, in all of the basement.
And like, about how thick are these pillars, would you say, maybe?
Maybe like a foot-ish.
Foot.
As you all continue looking around, the portcullis comes naturally back down. And you see as the secret door slowly begins to close its own.
Can I try to jam it? Can I
Sure.
run up and try and like
You
hold
try
it
and
open?
grab it and go ahead and do a dex save.
22.
22, definitely. You put your hand in just before it closes.
Okay. I'm gonna hold that all the way open and just plant myself there. Make sure
Okay.
it doesn't close on it. Should we? We probably should just go. No.
I mean, it seems like this room is trying to kill us now. I think, yeah, maybe.
Give it one more go at the fire. Give it one last. I'm looking at Grimm. Like, try it one more time. It's a cantrip, right? You can just
All right.
give it one more go.
I'll focus my energy again into trying to catch this mound up in
Okay.
sacred flames.
You shoot out the radiant energy, and
Sorry.
it catches fire again, but it's
Yeah.
like the smoldering flames of a campfire. It just cannot get any more than that. You do begin to see some of the bodies beginning to char from the radiant energy, but unfortunately they do not catch.
That's it. Either somebody dies or we get out of here.
I turn to the side and I will blast one of the pillars on the right side just to see if I can make any kind of dent into it.
Sure, go ahead and do a
Natural 20.
Nice.
There we go.
Cool.
With
Wow.
shit
As you
damage.
do, you see it hits into the pillar, and it does a decent amount of damage, but it doesn't seem to be breaking from
That's
just
fine.
that one hit. You would have to sit here for a substantial amount of time in order to break it down. It's basically what I'm getting at.
Well, we could try, if we want to spend a little bit of time blasting some of these pillars, we could try to bury this entire room.
I don't know that that's a good use of our time. It might be better to go out and investigate from the outside. Maybe go talk to our children friends if we can find them.
I mean...
Yeah, at that point, I'm gonna talk to Thorin in my head, like, honey, what am I missing here? Like, do you remember anything your mom or dad were doing that could help us out?
It doesn't seem like there's any answer from Thorin. There's not... It seems like they are no longer in your body. Like, they were so scared to go into this lower chamber that they were just like, nope.
Hey, Johans, why don't you put some of those things from the other room on the altar?
Honestly, because I don't know what those things do. Putting them on the altar nearly really could summon something terrible. I don't know. You can do it if you want to. Just, I don't want to, because then it would be my fault if something bad happens.
Summoning something at least gives us something to, like, deal with.
Yeah,
you want something to deal with?
I am still in the process of casting detect magic. I can either stop it or I can continue it.
Can I,
How long has it been? It's been like a couple of minutes at most, right?
It's been a few minutes, yeah. I would say you're right on the cusp of finishing up the spell.
Hey, go ahead and finish. I've got another
Give me a minute
thing.
or two, yes. Once I'm done with this, I can do that.
Can I try rolling religion again just to see if the items spark any recognition? Because I know they're important. I just don't know what they're connected to.
Sure.
Okay.
I would say in this case, do an Arcana check.
Okay, Arcana. Come on, dice. Thank you! Finally.
Nice. 16.
Okay.
You basically come to the same conclusion as Johans did, but you do know that this is most likely items that were used in some sort of a ritual. Hence the magical essence of them that has long been taken away from them. As far as their significance in specific rituals, you're not entirely sure. You're not very well versed in terms of like wizardy type of rituals or necromancy or anything like that.
Yeah.
They could be summoners. They could be.
I was thinking like maybe the sun symbol from Wicker was like something having to do with Paylor or another god, or just trying to put in allegories together. But
I'm gonna
the sun symbol does look similar to Paylor.
I'm gonna get off the dais and I'm gonna start swishing through the water and kind of just checking to see if there's anything that I can find in the water as I kind of walk around the area.
Go ahead and do an investigation check. Katya, you were saying that you were going to do something?
Oh, I was going to have Grimm do something, but he's moving around now, so.
9.
It doesn't seem like anything is in the water.
Yeah.
By the way,
seems like
Luna is still circling.
Luna's looking around, yeah. It doesn't look like Grimm's kicking anything up.
Oh, go for it.
I was just going to look at Grimm and say, hey, we could try this, and I'll, like, toss him the ring I pulled off that skeleton.
Sure.
Try something with that.
What's this?
It was on it was on a robed figure in the other room. It looked kind of like that.
Oh, and what is this? What does it look like when I look at this ring here as I'm holding it?
Just looks like a mundane gold ring.
It doesn't have any magic in it.
It's a wider ring. But yeah, it doesn't have any magic in it.
Have you looked at it with my magic eyes?
I just look at him and shrug.
I'll toss it back to Katya.
Yeah.
Forget it.
Johans. At this point, you are able to see the magic within this chamber, which definitely above is magical. You do see heavy illusion magic, along with necromantic magic coming from it. You can see a heavy necromancy presence from the altar. And you see a slight transmutation magic from the pile of bodies.
which I'm walking towards right now. I was about to start
Correct.
stepping on and kind of
Grimm?
walking all around it.
You
What?
be careful. The pile of corpses has some magic aura about it. It is, what was the thing you mentioned? Sorry?
Transmutation.
Transmutation is the magic that changes things. There might be more below the corpses that meets the eye. Potentially something dangerous. Just be careful.
Yeah, I will. I was literally probably 1 foot on top of it already as he says that.
Sweet.
And then I was gonna kind of do a quick little look around this back of this
Sure.
alcove.
Are you sifting through, or what are you doing?
No, not sifting through exactly. I mean, I was just kind of
kinda
walking
like-
around the edges of it, yeah.
Perimeter.
Because I mean, I imagine when
walking.
people were looking at it, they were looking at it from the one front end.
Sure. As you kind of walk through, your legs hit body part after body part. They move through the water. You begin to see dark, coagulated blood coming from underneath, creating like a black pool of water surrounding this pile of bodies. It doesn't seem like there's anything else in here.
Did that javelin fall when it broke down to this area?
It did. It fell back onto the dais.
I'll say, hey, Johans, can you toss that to me?
I can try.
Sure.
Plunk.
Easy enough.
I'll grab it and then I'll start using the end of the javelin to kind of push through some of these bodies a little bit, so I'm not using my hands to do it.
While he
Do an
already
investigation
does that,
check.
I want to finagle with the altar.
Sure.
Does the altar, does it have an aura of magic on it?
It does. It had a heavy sense of necromantic magic on
Be
it.
careful with it. When I touched it, didn't feel very good.
Yes. It is bad.
21 investigation.
So before we do
Nice.
that,
Yeah.
Johans, what did you want to do with the altar? Because I figured that this would probably be a little bit quicker than sifting through bodies.
The first thing I want to do is just plot all of the ingredients onto the table,
Okay.
and then separating them by type of magic, since you said there were
Sure.
some that were evocation and some that were necromancy.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to do maybe either an arcana or an investigation check to see if having all the materials for a ritual in front of me reminds me of anything of the experience that I have relating to rituals.
Sure.
Maybe see if there are any markings
then-
on...
Go ahead and do an arcana check. As you kind of sift through that information, Grimm,
Okay.
you continue going through these bodies, moving them one by one, and you begin to hear a heartbeat. Very faint heartbeat coming from within this pile of bodies.
I stop. And then, I kind of want to look and kind of just listen closer.
Okay.
There's definitely something that has a heartbeat in here. I'm not sure if it's a zombie in here or some other kind of creature that's not dead.
Be careful. Do you want
Yes.
us to take a look?
I mean, that's up to you if you want to come down here, but I don't know.
I'll come over.
I'll
and-
hold the
Okay.
door open.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'll hand it
Hold
off.
over.
Thanks.
Sure. Holding the
Um,
door open, you make your way over to the bodies, and under the chance of the illusory figures up above, you hear it.
I'll
Steadily beating.
I'll pull my sword and kind of poke through the bodies to try and find whatever is alive in here.
Okay. As you begin to poke through, you begin to hear.
I'll shift over to here.
You begin to hear a baby beginning to cry. And as that happens, the cultists from above begin to call out with rage. We will not be denied. We awaken the Durst abomination. Claim us, their souls. As you begin to push through all of the bodies, you see a body of a baby at the center that quickly begins to become covered by all of the flesh and bodies as it begins to come into a form of a giant hulking figure right in front of both you and Grimm, standing just in front of it. You feel the manor beginning to quake as stones and bricks begin to fall from the ceiling above you, shattering onto the dais and splashing up the putrid water. From this alcove, you see the shambling mound of bodies looking down towards Katya and Grimm.
Jeez.
I need everybody to roll initiative.
Oh my god, some
I told you to
bloodborne
be
shit
careful.
happening here. I love it.
I knew it was the flesh mound. I knew it.
18.
Oh, well, that would have helped if I had clicked my token first.
Whoa.
Bam.
Oof.
I'm a slow boy.
Natural 1.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Oof.
Not a good thing for initiative.
Maybe the shambling mound gets a 4.
Yeah.
Not good.
No, you got a 16.
All right.
Oh, never mind. It did get a 16.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yo,
Not
Hans, how you doing over there on the
great.
island by yourself?
So,
Honestly, I'm super happy right now.
Yeah, for now.
I got Estella. Stella, you got that one. Cool.
Also,
All
Katya,
right.
move yourself. You would have been right there next to
Yeah,
me.
I would have been right. Yeah. You're right.
Okay.
I'll
Estella.
my token accidentally moved.
As you see this shambling mound of bodies beginning to form just in front of Grimm and Katya, standing 12 feet tall, what do you want to do?
I think we found what's alive.
Standing on there.
You hear the pulsing heartbeat from inside of it.
Yeah, she's gonna run over to the dais to get a better look and basically put herself between the baby and the wizard. Yell at the top of her lungs, "Get the hell away from it!" And then position her crossbow over her shield like a cop
Sure.
would do with a flashlight, and
Of course.
and just start firing at the thing.
Cool. All right. Go ahead.
Oh,
Let's see that shot.
Come on, baby. Eh.
Ooh, natural 20.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
with our
Okay,
homebrew
and I'm
rule.
pumping a divine smite into that then.
Okay, check Divine Smite, because I think you have to do a melee attack, but go ahead and ping Divine Smite, make sure. But that damage is 7 plus 4. Dang, you got... My god, why can't I do math?
11.
11, there we go, jeez.
I ask myself every day.
So,
Yeah,
11
it's melee attack.
melee
Darn,
attack.
you
Okay,
got-
so
Okay, so
11
take that
damage.
weapon.
11 damage goes into this thing.
Still huge.
Well, just
Make
to
sure.
clarify
Yeah.
again, what Jonny was about to say is with how we do our homebrew crits is if the second roll for the crit is less than average, we take average for the damage, which is why it
Oh,
raises that
nice.
1 to a 4 or whatever the
Okay.
average was.
So, as you shoot this bolt into the flesh mound, you see its chest open up, and you begin to see the heart that is enlarged on this small body
Great.
of the baby, and it's just, and you just hear "Ah!" as the baby cries out, and then it covers back up. That brings us to
This is some
Katya.
Resident Evil shit.
Okay. Is there any way I can, like, pick up Grimm? Does he have to, like, consent to that? Or can I just grab him? Or, like, can I
go ahead and do
Like,
a
pick 'em up
strength
and-
check.
fireman carry? Check? You said?
Yeah, just strength check.
Can I? Okay.
You try and lift him up, and you're like, oh no, he is not going to be. It's not going to be possible with all of your gear, your shield, and your
Sure,
sword
okay.
to
In that
lift
case,
him up
can
and bring
is
him
there
over.
a way I can, like, move him? Like, push him away from and, like, get him closer to the door? Like,
I would say that you used like part of that free action to try and lift him in itself, so I would say that you would have to either use your full action to do that.
I'm willing to use an action to move him onto like, away.
You could push me.
Okay, so then go ahead and do an athletics check.
Okay. How's that?
Hell,
Sure.
holy shit. 20.
Way better.
You push him back 5 feet. Are you trying to push him into the... Where are you trying to push him?
Like, into the water as, like, closer to Estella.
So you try and grab him, you're like, "Gah," and you move your hand in front of his body and just push him completely back, and he falls 5 feet backwards.
Okay, cool.
Yes, you are able to do that.
I'm gonna...
It's like a grapple.
I'm gonna disengage and run.
You're not able to disengage because you use your action to push, but you're able to run away. You'll take an opportunity attack, though.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna action surge and run. Can I action surge, disengage, run?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Because it just,
10,
you use that as a bonus
I'm
action, I
gonna
believe,
run
right?
over the door.
Okay.
And
Am I prone, Johnny?
No, I would say that you're
Okay.
like...
I wouldn't do that.
Well, not purposely, but...
Not purposely.
Right.
I wouldn't. Yeah.
All right.
That's gonna be it.
Okay.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, even though
Sorry,
you
Grimm.
pushed him back, you see
Shit, I really should.
reaching
I'm
out of
sorry.
the alcove, the bricks and stone continue to fall down with each movement of this creature as it grabs onto the pillar and then brings one arm directly down onto Grimm.
Yikes.
Let's see.
Maybe I should have stayed there. Yikes.
That is a 25 to
Oh
hit.
my god.
Definitely
Holy
hit.
shit.
And
Oh
as
my
it
God.
slams, you see as bodies completely make a fist out of bodies, and it slams into you, and bodies reach out from the arm and grapple you just next to it as well, and you are now grappled by this thing.
All right.
Oh, this is evil.
But that is its turn.
Well,
Let
As
me-
you take 11 bludgeoning.
Let me just check something real quick.
Sure.
Looking at my touch of death here. Tag that in there. Your touch is pain, harming whoever you come into contact with. Your deathly power is within you. Blah blah blah. You can focus your energy when you hit a target. When you start your turn grappling a creature grappled by it. So on the start of
Okay,
my
so
turn.
on your turn, it takes that.
Okay.
Good move.
Blaire.
I'm going to throw a javelin at it.
Okay.
Simon.
Throwing a javelin. Let's see it. 22 to hit, for sure. Deals some good damage. All right. 8 damage. This thing is looking completely fine.
I'm also going to go in the water and up to here.
Okay.
Ah, hello.
Can I grab the door?
Okay. Yeah, I figured
Right
I'd
here.
pass the
Right.
door off to you.
Yeah.
Nice weather we're having.
Yeah.
Okay.
Raining stones and flying dead bodies.
I'm having so much fun right now.
So, as you throw that javelin, you jump off into the water and jump over onto the dais next to our wizzy boy, Johans, which brings us to your turn. What would you like to do?
Well, it doesn't fucking matter that I can see that it's necromantic anymore.
Yeah.
Is that possible? Is it?
Are they still?
No, I don't think it's possible. So I'll just, I'll cast Ray of Frost on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Casting Ray of Frost with a 25, dealing 3 cold damage. As you shoot cold damage towards it, you see it just completely deflect off of it. It only takes half of that, which is 1.
Fucking great.
You can see that it is resistant.
Guys, I think I'm going to be useless.
Can I just be like, fucking mirror.
Yeah, you're holding open
I'm
the
just
door
like-
and just like trying to get people going. They're calling out for one person to die. Grimm, your turn.
But wait,
I'm currently
hold on.
Right, sorry.
grappled.
Johans.
I'm going to have Luna move in to give help to Grimm.
Cool. Any movement or anything? Johans?
I'm going to jump on Blaire's back.
Got it.
That's the
Alrighty.
reason I'm there.
Okay.
Okay. Grimm.
Okay. I am going to, because I'm grappled right now. I'm going to go ahead and just do my Withering Contact as the ability. 9
Sure.
necrotic damage.
Nice.
And if it has immunity, if it has resistance, it ignores it anyway. So it does the 9 full damage. And then, which does it look like it takes that?
It seems like it did. Yeah.
Cool.
Full 9 damage.
So how tightly am I grappled here then? So
It's like bodies have reached out from the arms and like 4 different hands have grabbed onto you, trying to keep you where you are.
okay. I am going to let's see here.
Remember, you have advantage on like checks and or attacks.
Right.
Because I helped.
I'm going to go ahead and try to break out of this grapple.
Okay.
And then I will use that help action as Luna's trying to help me, and I'm also going to have any past life memories
Okey-dokey.
flash in to help me if I need it.
Sure.
So what do you want me to roll?
all of the
Athletics?
things.
Go ahead and do athletics or acrobatics.
Acrobatics it is. 19.
That is enough.
So 19, okay.
Yeah.
So
All
I
right. So
slip out of it.
So you see as Luna comes flying down, you feel your entire, you feel your leather armor being pulled as all of the hands try to grab onto you. You see even more erupting out of the arm, trying to hold on, but Luna comes in, slashing at most of the hands, clawing at them, and then flies away, and you are able to push off.
Cool.
And what would you like to do?
What I'm gonna do is use a. Let's see, because that was my action to do that. I'm gonna use a bonus action to do healing word on myself.
Okay.
Please be good. Okay.
Not bad.
6.
Yay!
So I will take that 6 healing, and
Okay.
then I'm going to just, since I can't disengage, I'm gonna walk back behind Estella,
Okay.
taking that opportunity attack. But let me add that health back plus 6. Okay.
A slam attack comes your way as the other hand comes
Ooh.
clambering
That's okay.
down onto you.
Okay, he's within 5 feet of me, so
Oh, yeah.
I've got an ability
That is true.
can give him disadvantage.
All right, I will re-roll.
Yeah, fighting style protector.
Come on.
22.
Oh my
That's
God.
fine.
Sheesh.
Holy
So you
shit.
take the 11 bludgeoning
Yeah.
damage.
That's fine. The my idea of doing healing word works. So
However, you are again grappled
Fuck
by the
me.
other hand. As it slams into you, you see 6 arms now grabbing onto you, and it lifts its arm a little bit up, and you are like kind of dangling from him.
oh man.
That ends your turn.
Yeah, that was my action and my bonus action, which was a waste.
Estella.
All right, she's had enough of this crap. She's gonna toss the crossbow behind her in case the compatriots need it. And as Grimm's getting lifted up, she's gonna slide under and try to hack away with her sword as best she can. Still has
Okay.
the shield up, just in
All right.
case.
To clarify, is this to try to help get me down?
Yes.
'Kay.
Like she's
Okay, so
aiming
you-
for
okay.
like if you're being held by a big
I wanted to make sure that was clear
palm,
to
she's
Johnny.
going for like the elbow.
No, yeah. That makes
under
sense.
here.
Okay, so then
something to free him.
go ahead and do a athletics check or an acrobatics check, just mechanically to see if you can break the grapple for Grimm.
Nice.
Nice.
As you do that, you begin to
Hell yeah.
flourish the
Nice.
mace, breaking the arms that are
Sword.
holding Grimm. And as your sword. So you're
Yeah.
cutting, you're slicing through these hands. As they fall down, you see Grimm go down into the water. You are free of the grapple currently.
Is she still behind me, or is she kind of where Luna is now? Like,
I would say that you probably move over there, and then Estella
she's
moved
coming,
over there.
Yeah, she's coming in.
Cool.
All right.
So,
Hack
that
and
is that.
slash.
Actually,
Come on.
oh wait, no, that's
Sorry.
right. Never mind. Okay, continue.
Yeah, I rolled poorly. Big whiff.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, as a bonus action, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, the short sword does not cut any more into this creature with a 5, but it comes to Katya's turn.
So I'm kind of like wedging my back up against the door to keep that open,
Sure.
and I'm just gonna drop.
You can feel a little bit of resistance as you're standing on the door.
Like pushing that. I'll like drop my sword, pull out a crossbow, and I'm gonna try to take a shot at it, try to distract it so that they can get away.
Okay.
12? Probably not.
A 12, unfortunately, doesn't
Okay.
hit. It does hit. It
Yeah.
just goes directly into the mound of flesh, and it doesn't seem to do anything.
More than anything, I'm hoping it'll notice that, and I'm like, hey! Leave him
All
alone.
right. Comes to Walter the Fleshmound's turn.
Yeah, I still got the shield up, so.
So,
Dappa.
it is going to try and slam. It brought down its right hand, so the left hand is going to be coming down. It is anybody's game, so we are going to do... There are 3 creatures there.
Yes, there
I'm
are.
going to do a 1d3, so I'm going to do Luna, Estella, and Grimm in that order. Estella, you are getting
All
a
right, I'm
slam
ready
attack
for it,
your way.
come
I
on.
mean, that's something that would make sense anyways, because if it's doing it with the
Yeah.
left hand, it'd have to really
Yeah,
reach
yeah.
over to the far side to hit me anyways.
An 11
Does
to
not
hit.
hit.
So
No.
as it comes clambering down, you bring your shield up and you feel the force of that slam. And you see hands beginning to grapple onto your shield, but you break it out and the hand comes back around and does not find purchase on you. That is its turn. Blaire, you are up.
I now have a Johans on my back, and we're going back across
All right.
the water.
You're just making your way through the water, sloshing
your way
through
through
the...
the water.
Oh yeah, right. And you were able to make your way over to the
I'll
other
kinda
side
give him a hand
and
and
onto
pull
the
him up.
ledge.
Okay, I'm gonna... Would that be my action, or just my movement?
No, that would be your movement.
Okay,
It would be an action to kind of like get up though, so I would say that, yeah,
Okay,
that would be,
so we
that would be,
get up there, that's it. I'm good with that.
yeah. You are safely on the ledge. Johans, you are along for the ride though. What would you like to do?
So it is within 30 feet of me.
Correct.
I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion.
Okay.
It's a good one.
I can make it within. It can't be larger than 5 feet, but I'm assuming this thing has like a face, right?
It has multiple faces.
But can all of them see?
I
Are
mean,
all the
some of them
faces
have
the
like
main
glowing
one?
green eyes, and you can see that there's arcane and necromantic energy coming out of like each piece of body and flesh that is in this mound. So,
So we can
yes?
see out of all of
Question
them.
mark?
Okay. Probably.
That's fine. In that case, I don't know if this is gonna work, but I want to create a minor illusion in front of Grimm
Okay.
of what is behind Grimm.
Oh,
If that makes any
camouflage
sense.
it.
Got it. Okay.
Yes. But close
Okay.
enough that it doesn't have to
I
be
like-
full size, but like just a 5 feet image.
So you're making like an
Whatever is
invisible
behind it.
wall kind of thing right in between.
Basically,
Okay.
like
I like
trying
this
to create
plan.
line of sight.
Okay. I like the idea. Go ahead and do just an intelligence check.
Oh man. I am supposed to be good at these.
And you are, because that is a
Wow, you're
natural
pretty good at
20. Okay, so
Cue that
invisible
shit.
force
Cue
goes
that shit.
just in between Grimm and this flesh mound, and it seems to be working really well. Like, it looks like it's working really well. So,
Okay.
that is your turn.
Not yet, because I
Not
want
yet?
to have. I'm gonna have Luna move.
Oh,
Sorry.
right. I keep on forgetting the
I'm
familiar.
gonna move her there, and I'm gonna give Estella
Okay,
help. Action.
sounds
Thank
good.
you.
That's the end.
Grimm,
Okay.
you have a invisible force in front of you, and you can get away without having to do a disengage action.
Sweet.
Yes,
That sounds great. I saw
There's a
earlier
crossbow there.
as we were handing off the spell scrolls that I saw Estella put them in her bag.
Correct.
I've only got 2.
That's
but I
fine.
Yeah.
As I run onto the pedestal, as I'm walking by here, if I could, I'd like to try to grab the blessed scroll from her.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Probably poke it out of her bag.
Do a investigation check
Okay.
to see if you can like grab that specific spell scroll, because she has 2.
Right.
Either helps.
I'll
You
grab
grabbed
one.
one
I'll
of
grab
them.
one of them.
You grabbed one of them.
And then I will run 10 feet. I'll use my dash action to dash. Is this difficult terrain, I'm guessing, in the water?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So from here, it'd be 20
1
feet
foot.
to there, I think, right? Or is
Right.
that 10 feet?
That's 20.
Okay,
Well,
20.
That'd be 15.
15,
Because
okay.
you kind of like go up the stairs at that point.
And then I'm going to go over here. That's 20 to there. That's going to be another... That's up to 40, I think. Like 50 up to there. So yeah, I'll get right there with my 60.
Sure.
And looking down at it, the scroll, can I see what scroll I have? You can go ahead.
As you open this up, it is the blessed scroll. I rolled a
Nice.
1d2, and then I looked into the inventory, and the blessed scroll was the second one. So
Sweet.
Nice.
you were able to luckily pull that one out.
And that will be my turn.
Okay. That brings us to Estella. You look directly into the multiple eyes of this flesh mound just as you push your shield away and look back up to it. What do you want to do?
Oh, let's just keeping it busy.
All
You're
right.
my dance partner now, buddy.
You do have
Yeah.
advantage because Luna is helping you with your attack.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, mother.
6 and a 5. You
Yeah,
slice
just
into it, but it
dancing
seems like
around
it's
with
not
it.
really doing anything to it. It's just
Yeah. Not making purpose.
absorbing all of the attacks that you're throwing into it right now.
No. All right, but I'm
Is that
keeping
the
it
end of
at
your
bay. Yeah, I'm staying put. I want to keep this
Okay.
guy's attention.
All right. Katya.
I'm just gonna look at everybody behind me and like hold the door open, and be like, get going.
Yeah.
Time to
Yep,
go.
yep, yep.
And I'll take a shot at the another shot at.
All right,
to
let's
try
see
and
it.
Get it. Do
15 just
anything
hits.
I can do to help Estella. Okay.
Nice.
Right.
There's
9
that.
damage. Nice. Okay. And that's your turn. That brings us to the flesh mound. That is going to take another attack towards Estella.
Yep.
That is a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. So.
As you slice into the body, the right hand comes just next to you and slams into the side of your torso, and you hear bones crunch. You take 15 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, am I knocked back?
And you are now... No. You are grappled as multiple hands reach
okay.
out from the arm and hold onto your armor.
Shit. All right.
Blaire.
I mean, obviously she's grappled now, but gonna throw not a halberd, that's mine. I'm gonna throw a javelin
Sure.
at it, yelling at Estella to get out of there as soon as she can.
Okay.
Big bam.
22 does
Hey!
hit. Piercing into it, you hear again the baby screaming as that pierces into it. Good damage. It is still looking pretty okay.
And I'm gonna disappear into the door.
Okay. With Johans as he's on the back.
Oh, yeah,
Up to
he's-
you if you want to jump off.
I meant to say I was gonna jump off.
Sure. Okay, that's
Okay.
fine. You didn't move on your turn, Johan, so I would say that you would be able to easily jump off. But
Yeah,
Blaire,
we
you
can
were
assume
able to
that
make
was
your
my
movement,
movement.
Yeah.
and you are there. Johans, it is your turn.
Communication is a free action, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
to a certain extent. Like, you can't have a long conversation about politics and religion.
Of course.
Do some philosophy and theology.
What would you say is your favorite poem? No,
Well, it kind of
I want
depends.
to-
In the fall, I really like.
Depends on what it's on.
I'm going to talk into Stella's mind, because I
Okay.
can do that within rage. I'm going to tell her, try to free yourself. Use Luna as bait. Trust me. And I will... I will try it you know what? I can't do much. I'm just gonna move just outside the door, so I have focus. I'm going to cast another minor illusion in front of the creature in this
Okay.
space here. Because
Okay.
Luna's gonna move. I'm gonna try to hide Luna behind
Okay.
him.
Sure.
While she does
Sure.
help for.
Go ahead and
Estella.
do another intelligence check.
Yeah.
As you're trying to gauge how to camouflage on the opposite end of the spell itself.
23.
23. Nice, yeah.
Right.
Just like the last one, minor illusion goes up, making it extremely difficult to see through. And
And then Luna's
it's like
gonna
Luna's not
help
even
us, though.
there. Sure. All right. Grimm.
I see Estella get raised up, grappled by this thing. I'll take a step. Well, I'll stay here so I can have line of sight on it.
Sure. Well, you would have line of sight there because Johan's
I know.
is
I was just
teeny
thinking
tiny.
because of the pillar.
And,
Sure.
Small.
Shit. I am going to. Ooh.
Take her flame up the butt. Who knows?
I'm going to
Kinda-
cast Cure Wounds on myself, which is my final spell slot, unfortunately, to at least get myself to a point where I'm not going to go down in being breathed on. Okay. That's better. I c- at least survive one more hit. That's my action.
I'll look at the both of them and I say, get through the door, go!
And I kind of want to stand in a place where I can see Estella still.
Yeah, you'd
Like
be able
through-
to just like
cool.
kind of be on the inside of there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you run into the prison side, the prison cells,
Yeah.
hoping to just be out of the reach of this thing while still being able to see Estella.
Yeah.
That's your go?
Yeah.
All right, Estella. You are currently being grappled by this thing's right arm, lifting into the air. You see Luna coming onto your right-hand side, seeming to be willing to help get out of this grapple.
Yeah, she's gonna yell at the bird, scratch his eyes out, I've got an idea, and, Shield's just gonna have to drop for her to be able to pull this maneuver around. She'll swing around the sword with both hands, trying to jab it into whatever vital artery she can find, and, if she can make purchase, she'll pump her last smite spell into it.
Okay?
Just trying to get free.
Sure.
Oh, come on, sweetie.
You do have advantage
right,
because
right.
Luna is helping,
God,
but with a
too
13
shy.
and a natural
Fudge.
one, unfortunately, the
I
attack
can't-
does not get in there.
All
As you
right.
try and find purchase, but as you do, the arm moves, and
I can't
you were
give
not
her
able to
that
stab into
D10,
it.
can I?
No, unfortunately, that is
Damn.
Katya's D10.
Yeah, I just gotta survive one more round at least. Because Cure Wounds
right.
is a full action. Alright,
So,
next round.
Katya, you
Do
are
you have
up.
any spell slots left?
I've only got one, so I can either heal myself
yeah,
or I
yeah.
can smite this guy.
All right.
It's a matter of what happens first.
Yeah.
I look back at one of them and I say, hold the door, and I'm gonna run in.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to hack at this thing's sort of arm to try and free her.
Sure. Let's see the attack. Or, well, sorry, no. If you're trying to free her, then we'll do what we did before. Go ahead and do an athletics.
Okay.
Or acrobatics, No, athletics, because I think that you're more of like the hack and slash kind of
I
person.
am.
So go ahead and do athletics.
Cool. 16?
16
Nice.
passes. So as you cut into all of the arms, Estella falls into the water. Standing, you're able to gather your shield, and you're standing just next to it. Katya, that's your turn.
That's it.
All right. Brings us to the Flesh Mound's turn. The left arm is going to be
Cling.
coming around, and we are going to see who it attacks. There are again 3 creatures.
Yes, there are.
I am going to go with either Luna, Katya, or Estella in that order.
Hit the bird.
That is a
Katya.
Katya attack. All right. The left hand comes barreling just next to you. That is a 14 to hit.
It's not hit.
You duck just underneath. And Estella, you look to your right. You duck underneath. As it comes barreling around both of you, slamming into the side of the alcove, and you see even more rocks and bricks falling from the ceiling above. This house is coming down.
Yep.
So, with that, what brings us to Blaire.
I'm gonna kind of wait until I see more people coming before I keep
'Kay.
going, but I'm on guard in case, anything starts coming from the end of the hallway.
Sure. You're readying yourself to fucking go. All right. Johans.
I am going to just scream at the top of my lungs to get the fuck out of there. And I'm going to... Damn it, I got nothing.
I scream back, run! Go! We're right behind you.
I'm going to just... Can I hold my movement?
Yes.
Is that a thing I can do? Alright,
Yes.
I'll hold my movement
Okay.
to make sure that they're clear. And then I'll
Alright.
have Luna help. Which of you two are this weaker by visual?
Oh, Estella, for sure.
Estella. I'll have Luna help Estella.
Okay. Grimm.
I am going to let's see here. Oh, yep, that's what I'm gonna do. I am running all the way to over here as I run through the thing past
Sure.
everybody so I can see them still through the grate.
Yep.
Just so I have line of sight on them. That'll be my action to dash over
Okay.
there.
Not bad.
Sounds good. All right. That is your turn.
Yes,
Brings us to...
because I can't
Estella.
ready a bonus action.
Right.
Bummer.
All right.
You just duck under the way of a big swing of the arm.
I imagine we both duck and then
Exactly.
look at each other. I just say time to run. Go.
Yeah, before I haul the ass, as it were, cure wounds on myself.
Okay.
Because I need the points. Thank
Okay.
you. That gets me up to 9. And I know it'll probably be attack of opportunity, but yeah, she'll move. See, what's dash is double speed, so...
You wouldn't be able to do that because you did
right.
cure wounds.
Okay, so 30 feet backward. 1, 2,
All right.
3, 4,
Before
5.
that.
Yep.
The right hand comes back around trying to grab onto you. That is a 21 to hit.
It hits.
Punches into you, the hands grabbing onto your body, deals 11 bludgeoning damage.
Yep, she's unconscious and in the negatives.
All right. You see Estella's unconscious body in the arm of this giant flesh mound.
How's it looking right now? It's looking pretty good still, right?
It's looking fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
Katya.
I'm not killed outright. That's a plus.
that's a plus.
Yeah.
So the body is grappled.
Yes. Estella's body is grappled.
Okay.
Currently.
Well, can I try to ungrapple that?
You
Then.
can. Yes.
Okay. I'll do
Go
so.
ahead and do your athletics check to kind of try and pull her out of the arms.
Is there any way I can have Luna's help now that she's unconscious?
Luna was helping.
Yeah.
I did say Luna was helping Estella specifically.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
I thought that it
Oh,
was
that-
Katya. So. Yeah.
So-
No. The help action. Well.
The idea was for her to help Estella run away.
That's a good question. Here, one second.
Then she didn't run away.
gotta ask.
I tried
Pretty sure
to.
the
I
help-
had to heal myself.
No, I know, it's okay.
I'm pretty sure the help action is supposed to be.
It'd be like that sometimes.
It is
Specific.
specific, yeah. That's as far as I know.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
it's
it's a no.
specific creature.
You gotta ask. All right. Well,
Could I argue that because she's helping Estella, this would count because it's an action relating to Stella?
it does help Stella in the long run.
You're not wrong. Do an intelligence check. Base
Okay.
everything off of that.
We'll
We'll see if Luna's smart enough to do that.
Seems like a smart owl.
Natural
Natural
20.
twenty.
All right, sure.
Good
Yeah.
girl, Luna.
Luna-
Good girl.
Luna, seeing everything that's happening,
Moon power.
has done this already. Is going to start scratching at the arms to try and help Katya get rid of the grapple. Go ahead and do your athletics check. 12 doesn't do it.
Oh my god.
9 doesn't either, but you do have a D10.
Yeah, I'm gonna use it.
Okay.
Let's burn it. This is a good.
Drum roll.
Alright. 16?
16 is good
That's
enough
what I got
to do
last
it.
time. Okay.
So you rip Estella's unconscious body off, putting her on your shoulder.
Yeah, I want to
God.
like slash it and let her like fall into fireman, like a fireman's carry. Do I risk the opportunity attack?
It has already done its
You're
opportunity
right.
attack.
I'm out. Later. Goodbye. Like,
Good day, sir.
what is that?
All right.
I'm through the door.
Your movement is halved since
So I
you were
would get to,
carrying
like, here.
somebody.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
That's fine.
So you would be able to make it to right there where Luna is.
Okay.
Luna was-
Stella is on your back,
Yeah.
and it brings us to its turn. As it clambers out of this alcove, finally breaking some of these pillars, it comes. What's up? Oh,
Is it possible to move through hostile creatures?
I just noticed that.
Because that's why I put Luna there. It's specifically.
Good point.
Okay,
Luna, the MVP.
okay. You're actually no. I think it is. I think it does specifically say that if it's like 2 sizes larger, it can. But since we have 3 creatures in its range, once again, I will roll. It can move through. It can't end there. It can since it's like 2 sizes larger.
Fair. Just
Makes
making
sense.
sure.
Katya is on the left. You are on the right. It is going for your bird, Luna.
The MVP.
So, since it's a living creature just in front of it, it is going to try and slam into it. That is a 26 to hit, dealing 18 bludgeoning damage, and your bird completely evaporates.
It's like
Thank you, Luna.
Fox the Phoenix.
And as it tries to grab onto it, you hear the baby's scream, calling out, and it is going to make its movement just next to Katya as it grabs onto the pillars, looking directly at you. That is its turn. Blaire.
Having seen that Grimm has gone past Blaire, she's gonna continue running a little
Sure.
bit more to there.
All right, you make your way into the chamber with all of the ritual items that had been taken before. Johans.
Oh god. I'm gonna just hold I'm gonna step in, holding the door
Okay.
open,
Okay.
and I'm going to wait, hold my action or whatever I need to hold to slam the door shut the moment those two go through.
Cool. Yeah, holding your action. Sweet.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Grimm.
Is there a way, as Estella is slumped over on Katya's shoulder, that I can see her?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I will do Spare the Dying on her. Ooh, shit.
Okay.
How far away am I? If I step in
You're
there.
you are good enough, I
Okay.
My
believe.
boy!
Nah.
Oh my
I
gosh!
thought it was 30 feet.
60 feet for you because you're
Oh, fuck yeah.
Because you're a super duper awesome
it's 30
cleric.
feet. It's 30 feet.
Is it 30 feet?
It's 30 feet.
Oh shoot, I thought it was 60. But I mean,
Nuts.
it's on Katya's space, which is 35. Unfortunately, you cannot.
Yeah.
So
Fuck.
close.
Already up.
I would say
Yeah,
that you would
ready
be able to forego your action to hold Spare the Dying. Because that only makes sense.
Yeah, I'll do that, and then as soon as that happens, if you'll let me, I'm gonna move back by Blaire. If
Okay.
that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay. So you come up to the portcullis holding Spare the Dying just in time for you to cast that on Estella whenever the movement is made. Estella, I need a death saving throw.
Yeah.
It's in the fun times.
This is the first time I've had to do it on roll 20. Where's my
You know what you
magic
were
button,
doing.
sir?
It's
Oh,
like the
death saves,
character.
okay.
Yep.
There it is.
That is
Yeah.
a 7.
Wow,
That is
this
one
virtual dice
fail.
hate me. Okay.
All right.
I'm hanging in there.
That is your turn, Katya.
Okay.
You see this thing clambering towards you through the water.
Yep.
Grabs onto the pole just next to you and seems to be bringing its right arm in for a hook.
It's not great. I don't love the idea. So my movement's halved, you said, right?
Correct.
And so that really only gets me to like here.
In this case, you could go diagonal.
Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna disengage and like more like run and flop through the door
Sure.
so that he can slam it.
All
And
right.
as you
and I'm
run past-
guessing you're using disengage for your action
Yeah,
as you
that's
run.
what- yeah.
Okay, that's what I assumed.
You see.
So as you, right.
Oh.
So you see the flesh mound bring its hook around and you duck underneath it just like before. As you duck, you feel magic shoot off onto Estella's body from Grimm, where you see a flashing light from the other side of the portcullis, and you see as the wounds of Estella begin to close, bringing her stable.
Okay.
Johans, you
That's a
at that
plus.
time slam the door shut, and you feel
Oh.
as this thing is trying to slam into it. As it slams into the door, you see it turn towards the portcullis and begins to clamber towards you, Grimm. All of you begin to run out of this situation, and we are going into an ability check
Oh no.
contest. However, we're gonna go to a break. So, before we get into this and see what fate may end for the Misfits, we are going to go to break, and during the break, we are actually
handle
going to
this.
be having a giveaway. For the giveaway, we will be giving away our album cover sticker, and tonight the keyword is !ritual. So we will be starting that, and yeah,
Good
make
luck.
sure that if you are a subscriber, you get one extra ticket in this giveaway, so make sure to subscribe before, and then you can have 2 tickets in this giveaway. So we will see you when we get back.
The games we play are the stories we create.
The fortress doors swing open,
Every story is unique.
and the sound of war drums rises.
Sometimes our stories come to us when we least expect them. We need to be ready no matter where inspiration strikes. And sometimes our stories are told over great distances. No matter where your journey leads you or how your story is told. The games we play are the stories we create. Sirenscape can help make yours epic.
Sirenscape is searchable, fast, and customizable from any device with no need to pre-install any sound. Adding epic atmosphere to your game has never been easier.
Skull Splitter Dice has something for every adventurer. The dice that you use could be the difference between life or death. With over 15 styles of metal dice, a variety of class-based cases, and other gaming accessories, we have something for every gamer. Our products are perfect for Dungeons & Dragons, Pathfinder, and more. Be the envy of your party and get yours while supplies last by going to skullsplitterdice.com. Again, that's skullsplitterdice.com.
So I just want to start by saying I'm just going to read off the description of the spell Finger of Death because this is important to what I'm going to do.
That's also good to know, yes.
So Finger of Death, you send negative energy coursing through a creature that you can see within range, causing it searing pain. Okay, this is the key part of my wish. You see, I'm going to wish for a mirror. Okay, I'm going to wish for a mirror. I'm going to put it right in front of me and my partner at the same moment when Vecna has already cast this spell, all right? So, who's the only person Vecna can see after this spell is cast? Well, that's Vecna. So, Vecna's going to Finger of Death himself. Boom.
He's going to finger himself.
That's right. To death.
I was holding it back. Okay.
All right. All right, and we are back to see if the Misfits can get out of here in one piece. So, after a really quick and dangerous encounter with this shambling mound, you are all now running for your lives out of Death House, and we have nobody joined the giveaway, so nobody won. So anyways.
Nuts.
Better luck next time.
Here we go. So as you are all running through the catacombs underneath this house, you ascend the stairs into the upper levels. You hear the omnipotent screams and chants from these figures that you had seen at the very base of this, above the dais.
How is Katya doing carrying Estella through this?
Slow.
Okay.
Running.
And if I'm able to help, or somebody's able to help, will that help speed it up a little bit, or?
Sure. Yeah, you
Okay.
guys can start trying to make a team effort in terms of running. As you all kind of gather yourselves in this small room, you see that this flesh mound is bringing the portcullis up and is trying to come underneath and reaching towards you guys as you begin running up. So,
what I want to do as soon as I can see us, let's see. As soon as we get to the upper floor and we're all together, I want to do the spell scroll bless.
Okay.
If I can.
You're running up the stairs. I'm going to use Katya's token here so that we can have a visual representation of where you are. As you come up to here, you look both ways. Which way would you like to go? Right or left?
I'm gonna go, wait, right or left? You mean up or left?
Or
Up or right?
Or left. Or up or right.
I'm gonna
Jeez.
go up.
Okay, so you begin going up and you come to another fork in the road. Right or left?
Right.
Okay, so you go right. As you come to this dining room, you begin to see ghouls that have came back up from the previous battle.
Bitch.
You see that they're eating something, And as they turn around to look at each of you, they begin barreling towards your position. How would you guys like to get past them? This is a group effort, so if anybody has any ideas, go ahead and throw it out.
If I run in leading the way, I'd like to just kind of do an area of effect sword burst around me, trying to slice them all up, maybe.
Okay. So then go ahead and do, let's say, an overall attack. Go ahead and do an attack roll.
Okay, with my cleric casting, or was that my
works.
cleric? Let me just double check. It was a cleric and not a warlock. Sorry. It's a warlock spell, so I'm going to do Eldritch Blast as a...
Okay. So you
shit.
begin to shoot out. Oh, nice.
Good hit.
17 to hit with a 10 force damage. Nice.
Beautiful.
So as one of them starts barreling towards Katya, trying to bite onto what looks to be Estella's body, you shoot out that Eldritch Blast.
No, sword burst. Sword burst. I'm sword bursting, which is a
You're not doing
save.
Eldritch Blast.
I'm not.
Okay.
Because you told me to do an attack roll.
That's fine.
Which is a dex save, so.
That's fine. Okay, so with a 17 in general for your ability check then, you pass, and as your sword burst erupts off from you, you see as the ghouls kind of take a step back, just enough for the rest of your party to make it past you, and you end the sword burst by blasting into one of the ghouls, and they fall to the side, and you're able to make your way out. You continue forward, making your ways up the stairs, and you see barreling down this corridor, the Flesh Mound trying to grab onto you. But you were... All right. You shoot a Ray of Frost. Sure. You Ray of Frost at its feet, and it is slowly approaching as each of you make your way up the staircase.
Got a natural one.
You, unfortunately, with the Ray of Frost as a natural one, you turn around and you shoot wide, and it goes directly into the wall, and you see it slam into it and tries to grab onto one of you. Not able to grab onto you, make your way up the staircase into the attic. About halfway up the stairs, you feel yourself lose footing, and you look down to find that the stairs quickly turning into a slick chute. What do you all want to do?
That's bad.
Parkour.
Can I
Parkour.
like instruct everybody to like sort of like whoever's behind me grab my cape, and whoever's behind them grab and like make a chain, and then I'm gonna like slam my sword into the ground and try and like
go
use
ahead
it
and
as
do
a
an
pick to like
athletics check, we'll say.
22.
22, nice. So you slam it into the ground, and everybody else grabs onto your cape and your armor, and you slowly begin to make your way up.
Just like sticking the point into the ground and moving all the way up.
So that is 2 passes,
for
one
dramatic
fail.
effect, can Estella, as he's doing that, kind of tumble down and Blaire grabs onto her from the other hand?
Sure, of course.
Yeah.
All right. You make your way up to the top of the staircase, and as you come to it, you attempt to catch your breath. However, Katya, being the leader, you were quickly thrown out of balance as a giant ball of webs slams into you and pins you to the wall.
That's bad.
On the other end of the room, you see a giant spider looking to be preparing another shot for one of you.
Gotta be kidding me with this right now.
How do you guys want to clear this?
Can like Blaire charge into it for an attack? Like going straight for the head?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Let's see the attack. 17 to hit. So yes, you bring your halberd into the large body of the spider, piercing into its body, and green blood begins to pour out of it.
Metal!
And the other part of the other people in the party rip Katya out of this web, and you continue your way down.
Okay.
As you come to the storage room, the doorway, you see scythes coming in and out of the doorway.
Adding my scroll blessed now to everybody.
Right.
So
to every single person, is it 4 or is it 3?
It's a D4. And it should be 4. So I think everybody who's awake should get it, I think. Let me just ping it.
Yeah, just double check. I think it's 3, but 3 creatures of your choice.
Okay, so everybody but me will get it a D4
Okay.
for probably
it.
the rest of this.
Honestly, I don't need it. I'm
Actually,
unconscious.
well, yeah,
So-
but-
Yeah, we already accounted
Well,
for that.
You should
Right,
get
yeah.
the.
But
You
there's
should do it
4
on
of us.
yourself because I still have inspiration,
Oh,
which is a D4.
okay.
Yeah, between them.
No, I'll give it to everybody. I'll give it to everybody other than me. So Johans, Katya, and Blaire all have a D4 for the rest of this go.
Is it just 1d4?
Yes. Well, no, you get it as
Until
until
the spell ends.
it ends.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Bringing us to the other map. You make your way into this large area of the attic, and you find that the stairway down has a swinging scythe that is going back and forth. How do you want to get through it?
Is there any mechanical parts that are revealed?
It looks to be like a spectral type of scythe. It doesn't look like to be.
so it's not a-
It doesn't look like it's mechanical.
Can I try and like hit the stick part? You know what I mean?
Sure.
Can I try to like jam it or?
That's what I was thinking of too, but
Yeah.
I think it was spectral, right? So you
It
said
I'm
is
just gonna- I'm
spectral
gonna
in a
test
way.
it.
It's not like what I meant by that was that there's no like mechanism, machinery that is trying to like push
like,
it back
gears
and forth.
or whatever.
Yeah.
So can I try to like
Gears, yeah.
I don't know, chop at the stick or try to like jam it up against the wall or anything? Let me chop at the stick and see what happens.
Okay. You go ahead and do an attack roll.
Yeah. A 9.
D4.
As you do
What's
that,
a D4? Hang on.
Yes.
Go.
Nice.
Yes.
13. Still, unfortunately, as you
Yeah.
do that,
Oh.
it goes through as it is
Okay.
spectral.
Am I still carrying Estella?
Yes.
Okay.
I would imagine so.
Yeah. Here's a question. How high off the ground is the blade swinging?
As low
Like
as it is.
Like it goes all the way to the
yeah,
floor?
all the way down, yeah.
Okay, well then, I was thinking the halfling could just walk under it, but...
You could use her shield that's mounted on her back or her arm like a turtle shell over you guys.
I'm gonna do like a centurion thing or try
Yeah.
to... I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna grab both of the shields off Stella
Okay.
and I'm like, put her over my shoulders and try to like... This is gonna go really bad, but I'm
Sure.
trying to like turtle under it.
I
That
will
or use it
do-
as a skateboard and
No, okay, no, let me... Actually,
Legolas.
I don't like...
All right.
No,
Really quick.
I'm gonna take
I'm
a
gonna
step
go through.
back and I'm gonna try to time it and do a roll
Yeah.
through the...
Okay, so then go ahead and do either do insight or investigation. One of those two. Just to like
Okay.
try and see the timing of the swirling scythe.
Sure. Plus a
14 is
D4,
just what you needed.
16 though,
Oh,
is what I
right.
got.
16, of course, with the bless.
No,
Yeah.
Bless doesn't give you just skill checks. It just is attack rolls and
Oh,
saving
really?
It
throws.
does.
Yeah, it
No.
does.
Ability checks and...
Nope, it's
Attack
attack
rolls
rolls,
or
attack
saving
rolls, and
throws.
saving throws.
Wait. Oh, shit. I thought
What?
it was ability
I
checks.
really
All
thought
right,
it
whatever.
was skill checks.
The
Well,
the
14
cantrip
is what you needed.
guidance will do
So-
ability checks.
Oh,
On
that's what it is. Got it. Okay.
Well, shit.
So, with that being said, you are able to gauge exactly when it's going back and forth, and that is another success.
Do we
You
all?
barrel down the stairway all the way to the bottom floor to find that the front door is bricked.
Oh, was that enough for all of us? Okay.
yeah.
sweet.
You guys are just doing one ability check for everybody.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's why everybody can pitch in. So you find that the front door is bricked closed. What would you like to do?
I will do
free action.
Eldritch Blast on it, I guess.
Okay.
Might as well.
Go ahead, let's see it. A 15 doesn't do it.
Okay.
As you shoot that out, you see and feel the house begin to shake. As you hear a baby's cry, and you see a large fist grabbing onto the side of the side of the
God, I don't
stairway,
like that.
the rail, and you can see it's coming down currently.
Can I go into a rage and break down this wall?
Yes, you can. Absolutely,
Alright.
you can.
Hell yeah.
Is this which is this the front door you said?
This is a front door.
yeah.
Okay. So is Estella the one that's marking it then?
Yeah,
Yes.
I was just pinging
Okay.
it way over here.
All right.
Nice.
Bringing the halberd down, you hit with a 25, dealing 10 slashing damage into the brick.
Yeah!
You see bricks are beginning to fall with each swing that you make. And you also see, with each swing, another step of this shambling mound of flesh. Johans.
Can I just repeatedly blast it with Ray of Frost and try to keep it slower?
All right, let me get another attack by Blaire, another attack by Grimm, and Johans. All of you do an attack all together.
Can I?
Natural 1 and 23.
Wait.
What's up?
Wait. Yeah.
I want to attack recklessly, which gives me advantage on the door. Because I rolled
You
a
have to call it.
Yes.
You have to call
Does
it
it?
before. But
When you make your first attack on your turn, you can decide to attack recklessly. Okay, does that mean before?
do it before the attack, so
Okay.
that you don't have like, oh, I got a natural 1 and then call it.
Okay, makes sense.
But thankfully, with the other 2 massive successes, you see the Ray of Frost begin to freeze the door in the bricks, and the Eldritch Blast breaks the ice, breaking the door open, and you all come tumbling out of the front door just as
Oops, my bad.
this giant flesh mound breaks into it with a slam attack. But you all are able to tumble out of the front door just as you see the iron gates ahead slowly closing. You roll out and make it past, finally landing on the wet ground in the pouring rain.
Y'all.
You turn to see the rotting front doors closing as the ghosts of Rose and Thorn apparate within the house, slowly waving goodbye. And they close in front of you. And I think that is a great time to end as you turn around to find that the mist surrounding you reveals a cold and drab town. Just near.
Y'all.
Let's move the music over.
Does Johans puke again?
No.
I might puke just from stress.
Stress
We
puke.
got
The
out,
mist
though.
begins to dissipate,
Oh.
revealing that town. You see a muddy pathway leading from the Durst Manor, giving way to slick, wet cobblestone streets that wind through this small village. Each dwelling is boarded up and worse for wear. The silence is only cut by a lone, mournful sobbing that echoes throughout the streets from a distance. But you have all survived Death House.
I look at everybody else like, what the hell
Amazingly.
was that?
I don't ever want to go into a house again.
Did you say,
Alright, well,
is the house still, like, what was going on at the house? You said,
the house is still standing.
But it's
Was-
it
As
gated
you-
itself up.
Right, as you look back, it looks way different from when you had entered it. It's extremely old, ancient. You find that the windows are boarded up. You find that everything that looked to be grandiose and proper is now slanted and broken down, dilapidated. But we are going to leave it there with all of you just laying down on the ground, catching
Yeah.
your breath from the rush of the chase. And we will pick up not next week, right? Because that is, or do we have it next week?
We have it
Yeah,
next-
next
Yes.
week. We'll have
Yeah, we
still
one
got
more
the
session this
23rd.
month. And
All right, the 30th's our one shot.
we will see what other mysteries await for the Ravenloft Misfits.
The hard
Somebody's
part's
gotta wake
over.
me up.
We did it.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll
I
get
need
there.
a nice long nap after
We'll
that.
probably
Yeah.
take a long rest.
Time for a nap.
Between-
Just
Yeah.
not in front of the house.
No.
Bad-
Yeah, I'm just bleeding internally. No big deal.
No, you're
You all-
You're stable.
You all level up as well. However, we are
Okay.
going to be waiting for a long rest to officially do that level up. But we just wanted to throw that out there that next
we get the
round
good
we
stuff.
are going to be having a level up. So,
Hell yeah. Good work, everybody.
anyways,
Proud of us. We did it.
thank you,
I don't
everybody
know.
I
Joined.
almost killed him.
You did great.
Almost
that.
died.
Oof,
No
Yeah.
biggies.
that was close.
That
That
was-
was rough.
Squeak.
I don't
Skin of our
like
teeth.
what's happened here.
No,
Just
nothing.
being thrown out of this house and so happen to be in this town seems too convenient.
Nothing that has happened today has been good.
No, seems like there's something else at play here.
Oh, we're not dead.
That's
that is
true.
a plus, sure.
It's damn mist, though.
Well, except Luna. But I'll deal with that later.
Oof.
It was a mighty sacrifice.
She is a mighty bird.
It was definitely a mighty sacrifice. That thing would have.
The
Yeah.
MVP.
Justice for Luna.
All right. Well, thank you everybody that joined the stream. We appreciate it. And if you're watching it after the fact, thank you for watching.
Hope you enjoyed.
Make sure to join us on the 23rd at 7 p.m. Pacific time to see the episode 4 of Ravenloft Misfits. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream. If you did, follow us, subscribe if you would like. And yeah, we'll see you all next session, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.